Good afternoon once again, and sorry about the delay. I've been given a very simple task to open this event today. And I would again like to start with 3 questions. Yesterday we had a youth forum and we started our session with questions, and I would also like to again pose questions that I think, well, personally I think about, and maybe I can share those with you. So we heard yesterday from Mohammed, for those who were there, talking about the contribution, the unique contribution that Africa has in terms of human genetics research. And this, of course, has been said for a while. Professor Lucho would agree with me, and maybe he can comment later on. But the question is this really a reality or a fairy tale in terms of, one, can we really lead in terms of contributing to human genetics in improving health in Africa? And of course, today we are talking in the context of Africa, including Tanzania. And if that is the case, who are the stakeholders, important stakeholders that we need in terms of making the decision? Is it just the government? Is it the public? Is it the researchers? I don't know. And then what will be my contribution? What will be your contribution in this important journey, I would say? So for Tanzania Society of Human Genetics, again, I showed this slide yesterday. We have identified 4 areas: research, diagnosis, training, and advocacy. And we envision that at some point, and that is what we are working towards, that we will have a better utilization of human genetic research and services in Tanzania in order to reduce mortality and morbidity contributed by communicable and non-communicable diseases. So today, we have an event that we have given a theme called Human Genetics and Genomics in Tanzania, Implementing Advocacy and Public Engagement. So you will see that this goes to one of the areas that we have identified, which is advocacy. And of course, advocacy can be at different levels. We have high level advocacy with the government and policymakers, but we also have advocacy at the population level, community level. And that is why we are talking about public engagement. And what have we done so far, especially on the area of advocacy? Yesterday, I gave a brief history of Tanzania Society of Human Genetics, that it was founded in 2017. And last year, we formally launched it. And this year, we are doing our first annual symposium. But between last year and this year, in terms of advocacy, we have been able to partner with different community or patient groups. The first one is Rare Disease Day, which was in February, in which we partnered with Ali Kimara Foundation, and it was a memorable day. We had a lot of positive responses, as well as putting together some action points that we think are important, and also try to map who will be the people who own different parts of those action points or action call of action. And in September, we were also honored to participate in 2 important events. One was with the Asante Daktari, which we partnered with muscular dystrophy patient group led by Malcolm Masood. And it was really a great event. We had time to talk with different parents and different at population level, discussing about muscular dystrophy and the gaps that are there in Tanzania and in Africa. And on the same day, we were also honored to take part in an event that was hosted by Sickle Cell Youth Foundation, led by Yusuf. And it was also a month where we were commemorating, it was a sickle cell disease awareness month. And so at least for this year, we have been able to partner with different patient communities to look at some of the conditions that prevalent in Tanzania, and also to see what can be done about it. So what do we expect from today's event? I would like to quickly introduce our speakers for you to meet them. The first speaker after me will be Dr. Kilaza, who is also a member of the Tanzania Society of Human Genetics Board, but also works at ERT. He has a lot of expertise on microbiome research. And so he's going to talk a little bit about that, but also try to link that to research advocacy. We have Cynthia from University of Cape Town. She's an expert on ethical, legal issues, and she's going to talk about human genetics research in Africa, ethical issues, and a patient-centric approach. So we are really eagerly waiting to hear what she's going to share, especially we know that human genetics is still kind of an emerging field in Africa, and we have a lot of different cultural issues across Africa. We will also hear from Arafa. She's a sickle cell warrior, a very energetic leader, really, and she is also a founder of the sickle cell community body, and she has, I think she's very famous. She has been very instrumental in making sickle cell disease awareness something that is doable in Tanzania, and she has had a lot of impact. And lastly, but not least, is Professor Lucho Luzato, who I call him personally a professor of discoveries. He's very passionate about human genetics. He has a lot of experience. I can't mention everything about him, but I know that we are going to enjoy a lot from his talk. I learn a lot from him personally, and I hope that it's going to be the same with all of us. And he has chosen, among the many things that he knows, he has chosen to talk about the globin genes, genetics, and genomics. So with those few words, I hope that we all enjoy and learn from this session. And again, I would like to thank the Tanzania Society of Human Genetics Organizing Committee led by Annette. She has worked very hard on this. Our speakers for agreeing, some of them in such a short notice, to be with us today, and to the participants. With those few words, I declare that this event is officially opened. Karibuni.